What's bacon fam, it's your boy Shankamuffin here. Did you know that RuneScape rewards players to those that are patient and go for long-term goals? Alright, hear me out before you say anything. We've all played this game for quite some time. Some of us for a few months, others for years. And we all can agree on how we all have busy lives. Some of us are in school or university, while others are full-grown adults who have a family and need to take care of those responsibilities, while others are focusing on their career path. But one thing is for certain, we all play this game for the enjoyment of the content that it provides. But what if I told you that one of the purposes of RuneScape is to teach you how patience is worthwhile? Alright, let's first start with a hypothetical situation. Take for instance that you have a fresh new account. Your account is not worth that much in both skill level value and gold value. Let's say that one of your long-term goals is to get a Questscape. One of the requirements for a Questscape is that you have to go get 65 smithing. So why not do the quests that are needed, and then through doing quests you gain access to Port Phasmatis, and then from there you can make cannonballs to get to 65 smithing. Sure, it might take a while to get to that level, but think of the amount of pure profit that you obtain from acquiring that level. And since your account is kind of brand new or not that great in skill value, you then can use that gold that you earned from making cannonballs and put it into skills that are needed for that Questscape. Through your patience and consistency, you then are rewarded and you can continue on to your goal. Let's cut to the next example. Maybe the first one wasn't convincing enough for you, and that's completely justified. Acquiring money in Old School RuneScape can be a daunting task. Usually a player has to spend countless hours acquiring combat stats or high skilling levels in order to make decent, consistent money per hour. But since we're talking about patience here, have you ever thought about how farming is the ultimate form of patience? Think about it. I personally only do herb runs, and for those that do not know, herb runs are strictly just going to the herb patches all around Gillinor to collect and plant herbs. I do not do tree patches, fruit tree patches, nothing else. Just the herbs in order to get the pure profit. I do not wish to acquire a lot of farming experience because getting farming levels is not an interest to me. So where does this patience come in? My patience is that I wait an hour and 20 minutes in order to acquire an upwards of 130,000 GP of profit. Because of my patience, the game has rewarded me by giving me a raw product to sell to other players in order to grow my bank or to buy things to grow my skill levels. For our next segment, I believe this sticks out the most. For those that do not know, I'm currently running a series called Barrows Brothers Burglars. The goal of the series is very simple, to acquire all Barrows pieces from the Barrows chest. It sounds like a challenging and long task, and quite truly it is. It can take me up to 1,000 chests, or even more, to complete this goal. This may sound frightening, or too much effort for others, but those that have a mindset to patiently do these tasks or challenges that they put on themselves are rewarded with tremendous benefits. Think of it like this. When I accomplish my goal, I have three options. The first is sell my rewards and make a tremendous amount of money. I then can use this money to train other skills. Herblore is always an expensive skill, as well as construction. I then can use the money I've earned from these Barrows chests in order to train these skills. My second option is to keep all the rewards and use them for combat training. With the sheer amount of blood and death runes I've acquired from completing this series, whenever that'll be, I could then go to the Monkey Madness 2 dungeon and cast Blood Blitz or Ice Blitz and gain a huge amount of magic experience. I've saved myself millions of GP through this method because I have acquired all these runes through my series. And in the meantime, I gain a lot of magic levels. Lastly, I could keep all my Barrows rewards and sell my runes. The Barrows equipment can be used for bossing, such as the Varak set for Venenatus. No matter the outcome though, through practicing my patience, I've given myself plenty of options on how I could use these rewards just by completing the series. And the same can go for you as well. If you establish a challenge or limit yourself, the rewards that you can unlock from doing such tasks could be tremendous to you as well. I understand that some people don't want to be patient or feel that starting a long task is difficult. But here's a quote from an American motivational speaker named Brian Tracy. He says, "The hardest part of any important task is getting started on it in the first place. Once you actually begin working on a valuable task, you seem to be naturally motivated to continue." Even though this is a video game, Tracy's quote still stands here in Gielinor. As you see on the screen, agility is a force, and most people who train it hate it. Same goes for runecrafting. Granted how both of these skills are intensive and boring, if you look towards and strive towards your goal, it makes training these skills less painful to the individual. And of course, watching YouTube videos or Netflix can make the time fly. Overall, just getting started with your goal is half the battle. From that point forward, it only gets easier and easier. Now on to our second to last segment. This one may seem obvious to some, but it should not be neglected one bit. I'm talking about quests. Quests for some people are either the most rewarding pieces of content in the game due to its enriching lore, or it could be 45 minutes to an hour of a fetch me this item quest and then kill a demon in the end of it. As for me, I enjoy some but despise others. One small favor will always have a special place in my heart for the sheer amount of bullshit you have to go through. Anyways, let's get back on topic. Quests are the ultimate form of how your patience rewards you. Take for instance a recipe for disaster. After you complete the quest line, you unlock a special bank chest and some of the best gloves in the game. In Monkey Madness 2, you unlock tormented gorillas to train on, which are one of the best money-making methods in the game. And lastly, who could forget Desert Treasure? The power that you hold at such high mage levels, immobilizing your targets and punishing them from even stepping foot near you. Sorry, got a little bit carried away there. Anyways, through completing quests, you unlock new content, which is either by training methods or items. By going through the minutes or hours of a quest line, Jagex rewards you through your troubles, which to some are worthwhile. For the last segment, it's regarding the satisfaction that you receive from getting a drop that you wanted to acquire. This could range from a barrows item, bandos item, or even a pet drop from either skilling or bossing. That adrenaline rush that you get from acquiring such items never ceases to amaze me. It's like a drug to me, always calling back for more. It's so lustful that I want to keep doing these boss trips, or continue plundering through barrows, only to uncover what big ticket item do I get next. Eventually, the world of Gielinor does reward you. It finally generates the item for you, in order for you to help cure that desire. Because of your patience and consistency, you are finally rewarded what you've been looking for. All for you to do it all over again. Only this time, for a different motive. Well guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out my other content, and if you have a Discord account, join me on my server. Talk with me directly, send me a message. Talk about RuneScape, League of Legends, really anything goes. Anyways guys, happy scaping. I'll see you around.